Hello everybody and welcome to Just Plays Dwarf Fortress, the game of games. So we are building up our fortifications and everything like that, and we got hit by one of the terrible were creatures, but I can't seem to find any more, so I think we are safe. Two of our dwarfs unfortunately died, a herbalist and a miner. May they rest in peace. We should create some resting place for them as well. So let's start with that first. Let's create a resting place for our dwarves. And where are we going to do that? I think around here, go through this room, and then we can make like some slabs available for them over here. Like this. That can be the first part of like our dwarven catacombs. We'll dig that out and that should make things clear again. Also I want to pull this lever once again so our dwarves can go outside. And yeah, they should be busy. We have quite a lot of dwarves in our fort luckily, so things should go quite rapidly. But we are still looking for some good metals that could actually help in the construction of some weaponry and armor. Right now we only have copper, and we would love to forge some bronze. Of course the silver warhammers will help a lot. And with that in mind, we might as well build some extra fortifications. There was somebody on YouTube who, in the comments, sorry, there was somebody in the comments who also asked for this, and I would like to do the following. I'm gonna make like a ballista tower which will be able to shoot ballista arrows at incoming enemies, and we're gonna make two of them like over here near our bridge. So first of all we're gonna make some walls for the tower itself. I think it will be around this size, would be fine. Just gonna make it out of wood like the rest of the palisade. And let's make it accessible as well. And we should make a ramp as well. So go back over here and then make a ramp, so people will be able to walk up onto the palisade that we have at the moment. So this will be the first queue. We need also to make some slab. What are rock slabs? They are literally like a stone slab that will be in a grave for the grave of one of the dwarves, to commemorate his braveness and his sacrifice for the good of the dwarven hold. In the meantime, the dwarves are still busy with many odd jobs, but eventually things will all be finished. I really wonder if we will be able to find at least some tin. Because I pretty much gave up on the expectation that we would find iron. Usually we would have found it already. And there are ways we can check. There are like DF hack commands, which we can see. We can use a reveal command to everything which is dark now we can actually see and stuff like that. We can also do like a prospect to see if it actually exists, and if so, how much of it. And I'm kind of tempted to do that, but I'm not sure yet. Maybe we should, and maybe we shouldn't. Now, is this all suspended or what? Because no, and some of them are active even. Build some doors in there, in the barracks over here first, and also in the new tower that we are creating. Here we need some more rock doors, so let's make another 30 of those. And of course it started raining again. Alright, and if we want to have ballistas, we need another workshop, so-called siege workshop. Let's build that one as well. I'm gonna make it around here. And we're gonna make a stockpile, no, not a farm, a stockpile. And it's gonna cater to, where is it, furniture. And that sounds really weird if we're talking about siege engines and stuff like that, but trust me on this. The reason why furniture and siege ammo are covered in the exact same part. Now we only want to store catapult parts, blister parts. None of these. No. And siege ammo, ballista arrowheads. And that's it. Only those things will be allowed to store there. And we want to go over here and we want to exact those things not store over here downstairs in the fort, because we want our siege ammo and stuff close to our siege engines. Now we also want to start building a place where they can actually build the siege engines themselves. So we're gonna make a flooring, and we're first gonna make like this. How do you want it? Yeah, I think like this. And just get some close by logs. We have a lot of them laying around, so that should be fine. Well, we need a lot of logs for it as well. We want to make this into some flooring as well. So we would technically be able to build a wall over that eventually as well. Do you want that completely closed off? Yeah, that's fine. There was some room over here and I was wondering if I want that closed off as well. And I do. And we can actually decide, like, do we want to make a whole like ramp over here where people will be able to stand? I don't think that's a bad idea actually. Well, let's just make it too wide. And we can build some literal fortifications on it. And what are fortifications, you might ask? Fortifications are just like walls that we already have. The only difference is people are allowed to shoot through it. Now if you're standing right next to it, then everybody can literally shoot through it without a problem. But very skilled archers, hopefully soon to be our dwarfs, will also be able to fire through it from a distance. Now since I'm only making it too wide, there will be a fortification line over here and the dwarves can stand right behind it, and so there will be no trouble at all for them to shoot over it, through it. And only enemies that are really skillful at firing will actually be able to hit the dwarves then. And that sounds like a really great idea. So I'm only gonna make it like for the first line here. Because this will require a lot of wood actually over there. And it's gonna be a while before they actually are doing it. And then the question is, because technically I think they are able to walk up here, over here, and then on this ramp. So we probably want to lock this up with a tile as well. But it's gonna be in a little bit later state, I think. And our siege workshop is being constructed, and it's finished now. And what we want are ballista parts. I'm gonna queue up 10 of them. I think you need 3 per ballista, so 9 would be enough. And you can see you can also construct catapults, and a lot of other things are listed over here. Now, what they are is iron ballista. You can see the A over here, which stands for arrows, and all these things are assembling ballista arrows. Now iron, silver, copper and all those things, that are the heads of the arrow. You need to forge the head of the arrow separately in your forge downstairs, except for wood. Wooden arrows you can make automatically. And with those you can load it into your ballista. And what a ballista literally does is it shoots in a straight line and then it will just travel through that line, damaging units, and if you don't hit anything, you can even reuse the ballista arrow. But we will be doing some test firing our ballistas when they get constructed. But first, there are a lot of other jobs. Like, for example, we need a lot more wood over here, and some construction over here. And there's still a lot of jobs going on that the dwarves are doing. But like I said, we have quite a lot of dwarves, so luckily we will have some time before well, we have enough time, and with so many dwarves it will be quite easy to construct everything. At least the barracks will almost be done. That's the beginning. And there's a tree right over here. I'm gonna chop that one as well. I don't know why it is still here. Maybe it just recently grew, but it's not gonna be there for a long time anymore, because man oh man, that tree has to die. Because tree loving is an elfish thing, and oh, we do not like elves. And you can see they are building at least a little bit of the flooring already. Now I'm not gonna put the ballistas itself near the fortifications, because I am not so sure if people will be able to fire the ballista through fortifications. I've not tested it yet, and I'm not gonna test it right now either, but that can be something that works, which would be immensely cool, but I'm not gonna try. What I also want, before I forget, I want to lock this off. People are passing through it, my dwarfs as well, but it also means others can pass through it. And it also has to do with these ramps being over here. It means it's now a literal route where they can climb down without actual using climbing skills. They can just go down by walking there. And when this is cut off, that will not be a possibility anymore. Now I hope at least they will do it quickly, and it looks like it's an active construction job already, so that's good. Oh, and we have some updated people, some nobles. I just saw our mayor walk by, which looked a little bit too fancy for our expedition leader. So now we literally have a mayor, and a mayor decided that he wants a little bit better accommodations, because he's an important member of our dwarven society and he needs to be treated that way as well. So let's start and dig some quarters for him that he will find acceptable. I think something like a little bit bigger maybe. No, this is fine. It's just a mayor, not a king yet. We can get kings even, and that's pretty cool. So we go with this. Looks like a pretty much dwarven setup that we've had before. And over here will be a bedroom, an office, and like a throne room. And he also requires a chest and a cabinet, which he kind of has a little bit of already, but he needs more. So we're gonna have 2 chests, a cabinet, a weapon rack, and an armor stand. So let's queue some things up. A rock armor stand. I want 5 of those. Rock weapon rack. I want 5 of those. Chests made out of wood. I want 10 of those. And let's make some rock cabinet. Let's make 5 of those. And besides all that, it also needs to be like worth enough that he will find it appealing to him. And that can be a little bit tricksy as well. We might be needing to smooth things, and he has now proposed a ban of export. We are not allowed to export quivers any longer. Very well, I will accept your mandate. Oh, we also need some thrones. Let's make some rock thrones. and some tables. Oh no, not crystal. 0. Let's go remove that order and rock table. Rock table. Now at least this is blocked, but are the dwarves still walking past there? I'm curious if they would. I mean, the fact that they're walking from the outside is absolutely fine. When the gate is closed, then they won't be able to pass through there. And the same goes, of course, over here. On the other side. And perhaps over here as well. I'm not sure. How far does it actually reach? Okay, till over here. This is actually a flow below. Oh yeah, you can see it here in the corner. If you check over here, you can see at -1 here as well, but here that means it's actually at the same level. Alright, so we need like this. Sure. And the dwarves will keep constructing our walls and our floors and everything, and it's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm happy we have enough picks now that the dwarves can work quite rapidly. Digging this out, it goes in no time. And I want to set a smoothing job of that place immediately. So when they have some time, they will go smooth this as well. Then we want to build it up. For example, there needs to be doors. So let's start constructing some doors. There need to be a bed. Luckily we have one. And what else? A table. I have a table over here with a seat over here and another seat. Let's do it over here. And another table over here. Then comes the armor stand. We don't have them yet, but we will get them soon enough. Place one there. And a weapon rack. We don't have one yet, but it soon will be there. And we want them over there. And a cabinet, which is F. I always forget the letter code for that. And I think we should maybe request some statues as well to make things more awesome. So let's do that as well. Rock statues. Oh, we have some. We already have some metals, right? Let's go to our stores and then go to bars. And we can see indeed we have silver and copper bars. So why don't we make some silver statues? Let's make 10 of those. It's gonna bite into our silver stocks, but we can replenish those. And I want to place some statues. Yeah, in planning mode for now because we don't actually have them yet. Over here. Oh, that one is too far south. Next to the entrance I want them. Build statue. And that's gonna brighten up the room a lot. And that means he will like it a lot more. And he wants a pretty good room as well. And you can see immediately they start smoothing because there are jobs available. Apparently the dwarves are not busy enough with placing all these floorings that I've requested. So that's a good thing, I suppose. And you can see that the idlers are quite high indeed. But all the time new jobs are being queued up. And this is also now constructed already, which surprises me actually. Now over here I want to request some wooden ballista arrows, and we're gonna make a workflow constraint And we want to keep 5 to 10 around. We don't need too many, especially because I'm not expecting any trouble yet. But we want them around sooner rather than later. And once we construct the ballistas, alright, we got a donkey. Once we construct the ballistas, they will automatically be loaded. And when they are loaded, well, it doesn't count as a ballista arrow available. So there always will be 5 to 10 more arrows than we already have loaded. I don't think we need that many. And after that we can probably start designating some major digging operations, hopefully looking for some tin so we can make some alloys of bronze. Because bronze is a tier higher than copper in the armor factor. But before we do that, we might actually start getting some marks dwarf training going on instead of some hammerers. Especially with this fortification setup, I think some mark dwarfs are actually not a bad idea. We did construct some of the crossbows, that's what you call them. So yeah, with that we probably will be able to get some good training going on at least. I mean, training is the first thing they need to do, and then after the training they will be ready to fight anybody who comes here with this new improved wall. As long as they don't set fire to it, it will be fine. Because that's actually a danger. If they wood is definitely flammable and they can light a fire to it, and then our whole beautiful wall will be gone. And these are the ballista arrows that I was talking about. You can see them, they're huge, and the ballistas will be quite large as well. But that doesn't bother us at all. We like it big, because big means more damage, right? So we can now go to a siege engine, which is I in the building category. We don't need a catapult, we need a ballista. I'm gonna place it literally at this corner. And we use 3 parts indeed, so that's 1, 2, 3. And they will construct it. Once it is constructed, they will load it, and I will do some test firing. Also, I think it's time for our second ballista as well, immediately. Place the ballista. Now you can place it over here. Nice near the entrance of our fort. Nice and imposing. Nobody will be messing with us with these ballistas at our gates. At least that's the hope. And luckily they get constructed. One more piece. You can see him walking from the stockpile up to the ballista. He's constructing it now, and you can see him assembling the ballista. And there it is. The ballista is assembled. So with O we can change the orientation, and that goes automatically. There's no need for a dwarf to do. And this is the front. You can see here the arrow would be loaded. The point will be here. And then you will be able to fire wherever. At least I believe that's how it worked. We'll see when they load it. We should change the action. Now it's not in use, but we want to prepare it to fire, which means it will be loaded, and there will be a dwarf as well manning the ballista, ready to fire. If we can get, of course, a dwarf over here, that is. They are quite busy. I mean, I understand, of course. It's a hard dwarf life for them. Or was it the other way around, that the arrow point was actually here? I don't remember. We're about to see, actually. Just loading the arrow. Yes, of course, doggies. I don't mind you being born. Indeed, it was the other way around, so let's turn it. And now we are in prepare to fire. Are you ready? Change the action. Fire at will. And we should be able to see it fire away, decimating all the trees in its place. Well, I would say that was a successful firing test. Good job. And we're gonna not use it anymore. So that's what we will do with our enemies, should they come close to us, and I will give them a taste of our ballistas. But that's all gonna be in the next episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.